In the year 1803, Europe stood on the brink of war as the storm of the Napoleonic Wars began to brew. Picture a continent under the shadow of Napoleon Bonaparte's rapid rise to power in France. Across Europe, whispers of his ambitious plans for expansion incited unrest, as kings, generals, and commoners alike could sense the impending conflict. In the grand hall of the Tuileries Palace, visualize Napoleon pacing before his generals, his mind a whirlwind of strategies and dreams of conquest. The French army, a formidable force of disciplined soldiers, prepared eagerly, with young men sharpening their swords, their hearts filled with a blend of fear and hope for glory. The chilling winds of October set the stage for the Battle of Trafalgar. Imagine Lord Nelson, fearless and resolute, leading the British Navy against Napoleon's fleet. Cannons thundered as ships clashed, the cold air vibrating with the echoes of battle. The British victory shattered Napoleon's aspirations of naval dominance, leaving his dreams of invading Britain battered and broken. On the frozen plains of Austerlitz, envision the ingenious Napoleon outwitting the combined might of Russian and Austrian forces. The sun's rays pierced the clouds, casting an ominous glow over the battlefield. By nightfall, the Allies were retreating, cementing one of Napoleon's greatest triumphs. Yet Napoleon's ambitions extended beyond the battlefield. Enter the continental system, where Napoleon's attempt to blockade Britain's trade with the continent reeked of both genius and folly. The economic burden it placed on Europe's merchants fueled resentment, and tensions simmered beneath the surface. Picture the streets of Madrid running red as Napoleon turned his gaze southward, inciting a fierce Spanish resistance. Guerrilla fighters, with the aid of British forces, launched a relentless campaign, embroiling France in the costly Peninsular War. The year 1812 found Napoleon's Grande Armée marching into Russia, a colossal force dwindling amidst the vast emptiness of scorched earth. The heart of Moscow, ablaze and abandoned, symbolized the futility of Napoleon's campaign. The merciless Russian winter decimated his troops, marking a turning point in his fortunes. As Napoleon's grip on Europe weakened, imagine the coalition forces assembling at Leipzig. For 3 harrowing days, a colossal confrontation ensued, known as the Battle of Nations. The French forces, outnumbered and outmaneuvered, forced an ignoble retreat that foreshadowed the collapse of Napoleon's empire. The fall of Paris in 1814 painted a portrait of a city defeated. Picture Napoleon, once the master of Europe, watching helplessly as the city's defenses gave way. Russians, Prussians, and Austrians marched into Paris, signaling the end of his dominion. Exiled to the island of Elba, Napoleon found himself adrift, dreaming of a return. The island, tranquil yet confining, was a prison for a man who had once ruled half of Europe. Yet seeds of defiance slowly grew within him. In a breathtaking escape, Napoleon returned from Elba, greeted by cries of "Vive l'Empereur!" The 100 days had begun as Paris rejoiced, balanced on a blade's edge between hope and apprehension. Yet on the fields of Waterloo, picture Napoleon's last stand. Against a formidable alliance led by the Duke of Wellington and Prussian forces, Napoleon's brilliance paled. By day's end, the French army crumbled, suffering definitive defeat. Banished once more, this time to the remote St. Helena, Napoleon lived his remaining years in reflection. His empire lay shattered, his ambitions undone by his own hubris. Meanwhile, across Europe, the Congress of Vienna sought to restore order, manipulating boundaries and powers to prevent any resurgence of such dominance. But Napoleon's imprint lingered. Nationalism surged, revolution simmered, and modern warfare evolved in his shadow. Napoleon's legacy endured, albeit not as he envisioned. His reforms and ideas persisted, rippling through time. His impact on military tactics, law, and politics left indelible marks, inspiring countless futures. From the blood-soaked fields of Borodino to the contentious halls of Vienna, Napoleon's story unfolded. A tableau of ambition, resilience, and fall, a saga of a man who dared to reshape the world, and inevitably was reshaped by it. If you like it, please like and subscribe to the channel to receive all that is new.